Hello.
Hello.
Hey, morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
How's it going?
Good.
Very rainy morning.
It
here
is rainy and drowsy.
in Daytona.
Yeah, sleepy.
Are you? Take a nap.
Actually,
Take a nap later. Later,
oh,
not
later,
now.
Later. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, this morning. I mean, it was quite a drive into work. It's raining quite heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of water on the roads. How are you guys all doing this morning?
Hopefully, you guys are doing good.
mm.
Some cool things to talk about today.
Yeah, kind of a lot of different things. Number
Yeah.
one, I was just about to tell you earlier, was that last night I met with the judges, and we have our winners for the contest,
All right.
which we'll announce beginning of next week. Maybe not right now during this live stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
Need to also get George's pick, George, who donated the trophies for the contest, and go over them with you as well. Now that I've gone over them with the judges, that was late last night. Brian and Chris and I went through.
Nice.
So thanks to them for helping out with that. That was fun going through. And so, yeah, we'll announce the winners for the Advanced Zeta contest for you guys very soon. So stay tuned for that. What else we have? Bandai's new website or new
the
part of their website.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Shared that. I think I shared that on our.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I was playing around on it earlier. So that's really cool. Something that they put up. If you guys
they should have had
a long time
for a long time ago.
Yeah.
Basically, what it is that they made a new site on their new page on their website for like a directory of the manuals for a lot of their kits.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said like over 1,000 on there.
And I'm sure they're still loading more on. Yeah.
So basically, a lot of you guys are probably familiar with the site dalong.net. It's a reference site that, is what kind of been the go-to one for that for many years for images of the manuals and also like the kits themselves and everything. But now you can just go right onto Bandai's website.
Yeah.
And I looked at a few, and they were like really high quality images and everything. So if you guys, lost a manual or you need to refer back to a manual, or for a manual of the kit that you don't have or something, it's a really cool reference page there. So check that out.
Yes, very cool.
Yeah, Adam, you shared that on the
Facebook I think.
Page.
Yeah, I shared that on our Facebook page. So yeah, you just go to our Facebook page. The link's right there, or you can go. I don't think Bandai shared it on their English.
I didn't think I'd seen it on there.
I think it's just on their Japanese Facebook page. But if you go to our page, the link's right there, and you can go right onto it. So,
so check that out. Let's see what else. We had a Bandai's announcement day, kind of on Tuesday, which was more so just like
giving more information on
new info and images of some of the stuff that was announced at Shizuoka.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like new images of the Barbatos. MGSD was kind of the main thing.
Yeah. Which I guess that's going to be their December.
Is that what the release date was for?
I don't remember.
I thought it was coming out earlier. Yeah.
It might be October. I think. So we don't have a December.
Yeah.
Although all their perfect grades are getting reprinted.
So they have some more of that.
Yeah.
So a lot of their production is going to go to
perfect grade. A lot of it
reprinting.
A
some
lot of
PGs.
Big kits, PGs, and
the Dendrobium.
Yes,
it's getting reprinted finally.
Yeah, and it's on our order form. So,
TBA on that to be announced as far as like what we'll be able to get. But yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
At least in Japan, it seems like that's going to be
premium. Is what I thought I saw. Yeah. So when it showed up,
which
I was a little interested, curious.
For Japanese customers, I mean, whether it's a Bandai item or not, I mean, they just order it online and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just ordering from a different website if they don't typically order from Bandai. But
correct.
So that'll be cool that at least it's out in circulation again.
It's been 3 years, maybe a little bit more.
I was able to get mine.
Snag one.
Yeah, for a very reasonable price from a friend. But yeah, if you're not getting one from somebody who's very generous, you're probably paying like $500-$600 for.
Yeah, the price went up.
For now,
price went up retail. I think it's $339.99 USD.
Before it was like $299.
It was like $270 something is what we had it for.
Oh wow!
So it went up about $50 something bucks. So yeah, but that was pre-COVID, pre-inflation, all that stuff.
Yeah. So not just price increase on our end.
Right. Yeah.
The cost of the
Mhm.
kit, like for us to order from Bandai.
Yeah.
basically.
Definitely went up.
But that's the case for
Everyone.
everything. It's just for an expensive kit, the amount
Yeah.
scales and it's that much more. But at least, yeah, like I said, at least it'll be out and available for people again. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Big kit, very cool kit. Just make sure you got the space for it because
Yeah.
it certainly takes up a lot of space. What else was there? I don't know if there's anything else too new, really. We got some more images of some of the new battle log,
Mhm.
or not battle log, the build metaverse
Yep.
series kits. Those look all pretty interesting.
Yeah. And then we had like a silhouette type image of that big armed one or something like that.
Yeah, we were talking that it looks like it's probably going to be using the gigantic arms from the premium Bandai
Mhm.
Hazel kit,
Yeah.
which would be cool because then it would give you opportunity to be able to buy those parts.
Yeah.
In a retail kit, it's still a pretty expensive kit. I think they had it at
80-something.
8,000 yen.
Yeah, it's 80 something, I think, on our site, if I remember correctly.
So, I mean, it's still going to be a pretty big expensive kit,
Yeah.
but you'll be able to get those arms for doing different
Customs
AOZ kit
or-
bashes.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Advanced Zeta, so that will be a big kit anyway
Yeah.
for a kind of end of the year big kit. And we have in Kotobukiya news
Our exclusive. Yeah. So we were finally able to announce that we'll be getting the Lumidia React.
Lumidia Reacta.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that will be a US exclusive for USA Gundam Store, USA GS. So yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, if you want one and not have to pay
Overseas shipping.
and then yeah, which I've seen I think a lot of stores are already out of them overseas. So yeah,
already sold out because it's not going to be produced in the same volume
correct
as the original version. This one's just a variant, basically. The cool thing is that I didn't notice while I was looking at the pictures is that it comes with 2 different colors for the hair.
Yeah.
That's
Usually
kinda
that's
nice.
like a bonus if you get it right from.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're including that. The ones that you get from us, they're putting on a USA Gundam
There's like a sticker on the
sticker
box
that
and-
they're putting on in their factory and then sealing it up. So that's pretty cool for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out if you like the Lumidia kit, the first one. This one, I think I kind of like the colors of this one a little bit more. So
Yeah, it's a really great kit. I can say I'm actually so here we've got
our giveaway.
The giveaway item for this week. The second kit in the line. I've not built this one yet, but the Lumitia kit was really, really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys are fans of that genre model kit, definitely recommend it.
Yep.
And so the new version, will be very cool. That color scheme is quite nice. From when we first saw the kind of what would you call
3D
it? Kind of sample image
3D
of it. I was like, it looks kind of cool, but seeing the actual painted sample, it's really nice.
Yeah, and I mean they're going quick right now. I know our other exclusive we sold out pretty quickly.
We got a fair amount of those.
Yeah, and they went pretty quick. So
Homura, that's for Nine Tails Homura kits.
Yeah.
So if you guys pick that one up,
and I mean thanks to Kotobukiya too for allowing us to have exclusives like that. They're a really cool company to work with, and I mean they give us tons of prizes to give away for these videos and stuff. So just want to shout them out and say thank you to them.
Yeah. So one of the questions was about like how did that come about? So maybe we can talk more about it if we get to that question here today. But so this will be our giveaway item for today.
Yes.
I really like the box art for these with like the gold trim.
Yeah.
The boxes for this series are really nice.
There's a few other ones coming out. So they got I forget what they're called, the fox.
I do
tail.
also, I don't recall the name.
And I know they've showed prototypes for a horse,
Two
like
new
a
ones.
Centaur. What was the other one?
It's kind of.
It was another devil.
It's like
Sophiera,
I think is the
I
name
think
of it,
so, and it was like a devil demon girl, which that one I liked a lot.
Kind of themed too, isn't it? Or something.
The fox one had that big tail. I don't know.
There's that one,
That one,
But
the demon girl one had.
Maybe it just had horns.
Maybe it had horns. Yeah. That one looks neat.
They do also, I mean, they look really cool.
Good.
I'm not a big centaur fan.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
It does look cool, interesting. Yeah. Speaking of that, it's kind of buried down under there. I have that new centaur, the MS General kit. That was quite a build. So I have that. I'll have that review coming for you guys probably next week or on my channel. But speaking of that kit, it's like 3 kits in one, because you have like the unarmored version. So it's one of the ones where you can actually build a full 2 bodies, so you don't have to just like swap the parts. So you have the unarmored body, the armored body, and then like the whole horse part, which also transforms into like a motorbike. And yeah, it's
a lot going on.
It was a lot of stuff to build for that kit, but really cool. Okay, so let me put this down and let's get into some questions. Some of your guys' questions here for today. So after that, okay. Oh, here it is. Here's the question I was referring to. Yeah, Donovan wanted to know, so how does your company get exclusive Kotobukiya stuff? So
yeah, I mean, I'm sure. You just have to have a good relationship, and then if you're, I'm assuming, I don't know what on their end decides if they want to offer stuff, but I'm assuming if you're ordering a decent amount, you have paid your bills, and you're working with them, giving them information on how well stuff is selling. They just kind of reach out and say, hey, we have this opportunity. Is kind of how it's worked both times for us. If we were able to order the amount that they would like for us to get the exclusive. And then you're good, and you're gonna follow the rules. There's definitely rules on when you can talk about it, when you can announce it, different things like that. So
so it's about your working relationship, basically.
Yeah,
you have a good working relationship with the company, and like you were mentioning, they've been super supportive about like giving giveaway prizes and stuff like that. So I think they're quite generous.
They are, and they're very they've been probably one of the best companies we work with, honestly. So
so very cool. So it's just about having that good relationship. It's all business, right?
Yeah,
we order a lot of stuff from them, work really well together with them, promoting, selling their stuff, and so they make cool products. So everybody's happy.
Buy all of it.
All right, Oliver said, are y'all gonna get more MGX Strike Freedoms?
So we actually have a second batch arriving. It's supposed to arrive at the port in California the 28th.
End of the month?
So end of the month, and then usually it takes like 2 or 3 days for them to pack it up, and then a week for us to get it. So probably the first, second week of July. That'll cover all of our back pre-orders and should give us some in stock, if I remember correctly. So
are people still able to order it?
Yeah, you can still. I think there's still some for pre-order, and then on the reorder form, they're reprinting more for January 2024. So
there you go. So if you want one, you haven't got one.
There
you go. At about a month.
Yeah, give or take a few weeks, we should have them in.
Let's see. Any word on the OMG reprints?
Nothing. I wish, but nothing.
Nope. Let's see. Do either of you have experience with Mission Models paint range? I'm looking to switch something I can more easily spray, water-based, in a shared space.
So I've never used their paints. I know they've reached out a few times to see if we wanted to sell them. But we have a plethora of paints right now. So if any of you have experience and like them, let us know. But I've never used them. I know that they're pretty popular in the armor world and stuff like that. So
I've had this question asked to me, people asking me about it, and then I've also heard from other people. So people who are reaching out to me asking, do I have experience with them? And then I also have people reaching out to me saying that they've experienced them and said that they thought that they were pretty good. So I mean, I've heard good things. I would say, just grab a couple and give it a try, and then if you like it, and
there you go,
pick up some more. If that's what you have easily available to you, then it's worth a try. What Kotobukiya kit are you most excited for this year? Jay asked. I know you were saying
our exclusive, but
aside from that,
I actually am liking the
X series ones. The ones
those
talking about.
Those I'm pretty excited for because those were announced last year. We saw prototype images of those, and this year we got more prototype images. So I'm hoping we get some soon. Those, and then another kit that we really haven't gotten a lot of info on was that Frame Arms Girl Evangelion kit.
Yeah, right.
Because that has been shown off now about 2 or 3 different hobby shows.
Yeah.
One that they are actually have dates released that up for pre-order. Is that Hexagear? Oh, what is it? The beetle one. Why can't I think of that name right now?
I usually have been knowing the name of that.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I can't remember. It's
I want to say Abyss, but it's not that. That's definitely not that.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, so Hexagear, it's they just showed off. You can get the blue one, which is the full set, or you can get the individual pieces, which are green, and you can build it. But that one, I'm actually pretty excited for that. I think that looks pretty cool. So
I keep thinking Brawler. It's not that, but something along those lines.
Look it up here.
What do you call that thing that like the police use to break down a door? What do you call that? What's the English word?
A ram?
Yeah, I don't know. Something along those lines anyway.
So here's the legs for it. It's not going to give us the insect legs.
Yeah. Anyway, while you're looking for that, ideas for the next MGEX. I think the Exia would be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because they went through and not redid, but they made like the Virtue, the Dynamis, the Curios. I think it'd be kind of cool. A lot of people are wanting a 2.0 of the Exia now because it's been out for quite a while. We have these nice new models of the other ones from the series. I think it might be kind of cool as a way to kind of complete that set, making a new version of the Exia, and maybe not a 2.0, but maybe make it as an MGEX.
Blockade Ivy.
Blockade, there you go.
Yeah, Blockade Ivy.
Something something like that. But yeah, I think the Exia would be a good one. They did something from Universal Century. They did something from Seed. Then going to 00.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Any other ideas?
Sinanju.
Just go back to UC.
Yeah.
Another MGEX Verka.
Yeah, I think that has a good possibility. What
would be the EX point is the thing. That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
Seems like there's only so many EX points that they could do before they start to kind of recycle the.
Yeah, because they can put the gold in there. They can put the LA, like the. What was it? The hatches, right? What was the first extreme point? Just
the LED gimmick of the unicorn.
Okay,
yeah.
And then maybe they could add hatches and stuff or something else. So they can put all of it together.
It could just be,
or just extreme presence.
Yeah. Basically making it. We talked about this, I think, like on the last episode, making a new MG Shinanju in a way similar to the RG. Where the focus is on like the separation of the black and gold, and then you also have the high gloss finish red, which I was not a big fan of that on the RG, just because that high gloss plastic is kind of more brittle.
Yeah,
but it does look really nice.
We don't need any more G Gundam.
G Gundam?
No, Adrian.
Yeah, I would be all for that. I think it's less likely just because we have the high res. Yeah. Which, speaking of high res, speaking of Lost and Forgotten Lines.
Yeah.
That kind of.
They haven't been reprinted.
Never really took off in popularity. And the Bandai kind of tried to push it a little bit, but they're just expensive. Cool kits, though.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your favorite Gundam series? Tyler asks.
Seed Destiny.
Yeah. Unicorn 8th MS Team and Turne for me.
Unicorn's up there, but Seed Destiny. I liked it.
Talk about what is appealing with these kits, the prize. I've never built one or been interested in buying one.
So I think it fits a certain, like if you like building like Mecha Girls or Mecha Musume kits, I think you'll be more into this. These have a fantasy vibe to them too. So kind of mecha fantasy girls.
It's just, for me, it's just something different.
Yeah.
You want just, at the end of the day, with any kind of model you're building, you want something that looks cool, right? And, can build mecha models and stuff kind of all day, but building the Mecha Musume or just the Musume, like the Sosai Shoujo Teian kits, for example, the ones that have less mecha going on, there's just something different to build. If you're building a lot of kits, at least for me, it's nice to kind of mix it up. And so they're fun. They're fun to pose and everything as well. Or like a lot of times with the Mecha model kit, I want it just in a cool standing pose. But the Mecha Musume ones are fun to pose in different kind of poses and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, this one, for me, not being as much into the whole like kind of fantasy vibe like you're talking about, this series is still pretty cool. I like them. How do you store your kits for travel, such as moving? Good question.
That is a good question, because especially if you're moving and you have a lot of kits, you don't want to just get a bunch of foam cases for them. But if you're like taking your kit to a show, you might want to put it in like a case with foam. You have a bunch of kits. How would you moved a bunch of kits?
I have.
How did that go?
More than once. Yeah, so for unbuilt kits, I mean, there's not really
you don't need to.
There's not really a good way to pack them down. Like what some people will do, you'll see like some people who like go to Japan and buy kits. What they'll do is they'll just stitch the boxes and then just like tape up the runners together so they're kind of a little bit more compressed, but that's saving you a little bit of space. If they're built kits, then what I'll do is put everything like into just a zipper bag. And so I have like one HG box, but there'll be like 5 kits in there just in zipper bags. So just kind of put a bunch of kits. I don't put any other packing material in them. I mean, the plastic's pretty resilient. Sometimes if like it has a particularly like large or pointy V fin or something like that, I'll maybe just take off the head and just put that in there. But a lot of times just having a few kits all packed into a box together is enough to just make sure that everything's not kind of shaking around too much, and you don't need to put a bunch of packing peanuts or bubble wrap or anything like that in there, really.
Yeah. To answer, I think it's Mafuyu's.
Mafuyu.
Yeah. So it is an exclusive for us for the United States. So yeah, you could probably order them from a Japan store, pay for the shipping to get over here, but US based stores, we are the only store here based in the US that will have them. Yep.
That's getting them directly from
Kotobukiya. Yeah. So you might have some stores, because HLJ I think does like a wholesale program where stores can order, but I don't know if they're even going to be offering that. Ours, so Kotobukiya is putting a USAGS limited exclusive sticker on the boxes for us. So that will be just for us only. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, as far as US based retailers, you're probably the only one that's going to be able to get it at the price we are, because anyone else that will try to get it in will pay.
They'll be getting it from somebody else,
which then they'll bump up the price. Kind of like the Homura one, the Nine Tails one that we had. I think we were selling it for like 80 something, 70 something. I forget the retail, but anyone else that had it was like $23 more than us, and that's because they're getting it at third hand,
China.
right?
I think it was also an exclusive in there was a shop in China or Hong Kong or something that also had it. Something.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. How do you? Okay, I just read that question. Sorry. What airbrush do you recommend for starters? Vaughn asked.
See, I feel like me and you always have differing opinions on this, because I always say just get a cheap one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because you're not painting fine, super detailed lines. You're literally just spraying a piece and moving on.
Yeah. Would your if it's not somebody who, well, I guess if it's someone who just doesn't have an airbrush, then by default they're a starter. So I mean, whether somebody has like more modeling experience or less, I mean, your recommendation would still be for a first airbrush anyway to get a cheap one.
Yeah. And when I say cheap, not like $5, which I don't even know. I'm sure there are probably ones out there. Like I get something that's like 30-ish, probably. That way it doesn't fall apart on you. But again, I've always been in the opinion like you're literally painting the whole part. You're not fine detail and lining or anything like that. So
you don't need to buy one of the like $200-$300 ones.
Yeah, you don't need to do that
by any means.
Right. Look for the go on.
No, I was just gonna say I would recommend like something around like the $70-$80 price range, just so it's like pretty nice, but yeah, nothing like too crazy.
Yeah, look for the things that you want. If you haven't used an airbrush, there's kind of 2 different things I look for. Dual control or something like that?
Dual action.
Thanks. Yeah, dual action, whereas you can control the airflow and the paint flow. I think that's important. And then I also look for some airbrushes. I don't know what it's called. They have it to where there's a stopper, so you can't pull back super far. So you kind of limit how much.
Most any dual action one should have that.
It's
just a screw at the back of
right, and you can adjust that screw so you're not, kind of where how much paint you want to flow through, and you're not just pulling it straight back or air. I think it controls air, right?
It gives you a lot of control.
Air is pushing down, paint is pulling back, so it controls paint.
It'd be the paint flow.
Yeah, it'd be the paint flow. Yeah, that's what I would look for. But you can find dual action airbrushes for in the 40s, but honestly, it's just you. I mean, I use an Iwata personally. Siphon, because no one likes that gravity fed.
Well, yeah, the price and the brand, are less important than more so the features. I mean,
right, yeah.
You want one. What is the most popular that most people use is gravity feed, but some people use siphon feed as well. There is also like side feed ones that I see very rarely, but those also exist.
Yeah.
And then at least for like what we're doing, like model making, I think those are maybe more popular with different kinds of airbrushing. But and then like a dual action one is definitely just gives you more control, and there's probably not going to be too much price difference. Those are probably the more common ones you're going to find anyway.
Yeah,
it's the ones that have dual action. So if it has the features that you're looking for, then
you're good to go.
It should be fine.
Yeah.
William asked, so with this exclusive coming to you, what company would you like to get an exclusive with, and what kind of model would that look like to you? So any other companies you'd like an exclusive with?
Yeah, Bandai.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be really cool, to get like a Gundam kit that's exclusive, either like a clear color or something like that, or
like how there was that America themed like entry grade Gundam, just something like that, but like in like our
Target
colors or something like that.
An exclusive, big box stores.
So I mean something as simple as that.
Would be right? Yeah, I think that'd be neat. So I think that companies other than Bandai. I'm trying to think of what other model kit companies we really work a lot with. I think that's really it, honestly. That we get most of our stuff from, but Bandai would be cool. I mean, we work with Good Smile, but
one of like the
not really
ATK girls or something like that. If we
could
get
that'd
like
be
an
neat.
Exclusive one of those.
Yeah.
Just like a different. I mean, what would be really cool would be like a Apex girl. We've talked about that before, like a Mecha Musume girl, like kind of Apex themed.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Or even have like a Nindroid of Apex would be cool, or Funko Pop of
from Good Smile Company, or what's Funko Pop? That's their
Funko is just Funko.
But from Good Smile Company, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Or even just if it's just an Attack Girl kit that's just in like a different color scheme, like has an alt color scheme or something like that, would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
What is your favorite spray, top coat, clear, and matte finish?
So I really just go to the UV cut, Mr.
Color,
Super Clear,
Mr.
Super Clear, not Top Coat,
Mr. Clear,
Super Clear. Is that what it is?
The spray can one.
So I used to use spray can one a lot, and then they didn't because they didn't have the jar. Now they have the jar of it, so then I'll just mix it up and spray that through the airbrush. And I do UV just because we're here in Florida, and if it's by a window, bleaches the crap out of it. So I actually learned that the hard way.
Strong sunlight.
Yeah. So that's why I get the UV. But I mean, regular, just Mr. Top Coat's good. Mr. Hobby makes good stuff. Good Gaia. I used Gaia once or twice.
The Top Coat.
Yeah,
I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't. I don't know if I just mixed it improperly or what, but I just did not. I did not like Gaia's Top Coat. So
it wasn't bad. It didn't ruin my kit, but I didn't like it as much as the Mr. Hobby one. So I was the same. I thought, well, maybe I just need to experiment with it some more, but the Mr. Hobby one works so well. Might as well just stick with what works, really, to be honest.
Yep.
Brad asks, is there going to be reruns of old exclusives?
I think it'd be cool. So I mean, if he's talking about us with Kotobukiya, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It'd be cool because we only had one other exclusive. But yeah.
As far as like Bandai exclusives, they make some of them do get reprinted from time to time. Some of them not. Like there's been ones that have only been ever printed once, and that's it. So, I don't know.
And the wing ones, those have been printed
a lot.
Well, yeah,
they might as well not even be exclusive.
Right?
Kits.
Yeah.
Because they get reprinted as often as standard release ones do. So, there's kind of no real way to know. That's kind of the thing with it being an exclusive, right? You don't know.
Yeah.
Which new build kit? Which of the new build the Metaverse kits they build so far is your favorite?
So far that we've seen, I'd like the burning. Was it burning shin burning? Is that what it is? I like that one. There's one though that's in that promo art that we still don't have anything for.
The red Barbatos
that red Barbatos one I think would be cool. But as far as the ones that we see images for kits, probably that shin burning one I like a lot.
Yeah, the arc.
The arc
diver.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Diver arc or 00 diver arc.
Yes, that one does look pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom just joined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello. Let's see. This one, what's for lunch today? Daniel wants to know. I want to know too.
I brought my rice thing that I made, but that's in the truck. So if it's still cold when we get done here, then I'll eat that. But if it's not, then
if it's still cold, I mean, like if it gets warmed in your
then I'll
truck,
be a little
you're not going to eat it.
Yeah, I'll be a little skeptical. But if it's
do you want to go down and put it in the fridge right now?
Nah, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
What about you?
No plan. Didn't bring anything.
Unprepared.
Yeah. Very. Matthew said, my 7-year-old daughter is about to get her first Frame Arms Girl kit. Nice. Any suggestions for her on the builds of these kits? Her name is Violet. Well, hey, Violet.
Yeah, Violet. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good.
But Matt's question, 7-year-old building a Frame Arms kit. I feel like my son is 7. I wouldn't give him one of those kits. Not for any reason based on like the subject matter, but there's a lot of like small parts in there. But if she's got some modeling experience, then
they always say women are more advanced than us guys, so
yeah, especially at the young age.
Yeah,
they're more developed. So if she has some modeling experience, she'll be just fine. If it's her first model kit ever, you're definitely going to want to help her with that. But then that's a good experience too. Just build it together.
Yeah,
as far as recommendations though,
just take your time.
One of the more simple ones, maybe like a Jinrai or something.
He's asking for, I thought.
Any suggestions?
For the kit. Yeah.
The Jinrai or the Go-Rai are kind of a little
Go-Rai is pretty
simple.
good. Yeah. What's the blue one? Frame Arms Girl.
Stylet.
Yeah,
Stylet's pretty good.
Frame Arm Girl ones are pretty easier, I think, than Megami Device ones.
Yeah, they're larger. For
they
one.
are large, yeah.
Slightly, not drastically.
Right.
That, and then also like the Baihu is another cool one as well. The one that's designed by Yoji Shinkawa of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's those. Also the Griffin. It's one of my favorites of the line as well. There's some cool new ones. Like they've recently been doing like the Durga. So if she likes that kind of like samurai kind of aesthetic, there's those as well.
Yeah.
Kind of more recent ones.
That's one I'm actually pretty excited to. The Durga 2.
The Congo just came out as well. If you want that kind of ship content collection,
we actually
vibe.
Get that probably next week. We'll have that in stock.
Ludens is another good one too. Not Frame Arms Girl, but along those lines. Ludens is another good one. So you have plenty of good options. Let's see. Brian asks, when will the MG SD Barbatos arrive? So I
don't think I remember when it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we weren't even sure when it was coming out. Talking a moment ago, I think it's like September or October. So
it's gotta be October if it's in this reprint list. So let's pretend it's October. If it's early October, we might have it at the end of October. early November. If it's November, if it's late October, probably mid to late November. Give it like 2 to 3 weeks after release in Japan is usually when we have it. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The rare occasion we'll get it like very shortly,
right?
After the Japanese release.
That has happened.
So, barring that, 2 to 4 weeks after the Japanese release date.
And there's one time that we got a kit before the Japanese release date.
Yeah.
That has happened.
Yeah. What's your favorite RX-78 color variant? There's quite a few. There
are. I really like the. It's called black, I think, right? The black one, but it's not really black. It's the MSV one, and it had a little story, like it was in North America, and you know what I'm talking about?
The MSD one.
Is it MSD?
The HG kit?
Yeah, it's an Origins kit.
Yeah.
I like that
Origins
color scheme.
MSD kit. Yeah, the North America type.
Right.
It's kind of like a very super dark brown.
Yeah,
almost.
But didn't they say like black something? I remember reading like they called it like the Black Phantom or something like that. I don't know.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like
I'll be honest, I don't read the text in the manuals as much as I should.
It's like a little side story thing, or it's only like a paragraph. But,
yeah. It's not like it's too much to read, but
right. But and I could be completely wrong because I read that like 8 years ago or 6 years ago. So
has that kit been out that long?
It was before we were here, so it had to be at least 6 years ago because we were in our old warehouse.
Or right around there, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. I like the real type color scheme.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, the full armor color scheme when it's not in the full armor, just as like the base RX-72, or it's just like green and white kind of basically. That one's also pretty cool.
I do like that. Prototype.
There's a lot of good options. Kind of all good. Actually, probably the Char's color scheme, probably one of my least favorite.
All the red.
RX-78
I like the
variants.
There's a prototype one that had all like the crash dummy stuff on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yellow with the like test circles on it.
Yeah.
Which brand of paints do you usually use?
Mr. Hobby or SMS.
Yeah. Those are kind of the most commonly used ones. Richard asks, if you could have a perfect grade of 1, would you choose the Lifrith or the Calibarn?
Calibarn.
I actually don't know too well what the Calibarn looks like.
I think it's that one that was just, if it's the one that
it was just recently shown.
Yeah. Which is
not watching the anime.
Like the red one, where it has like kind of that big circle. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong, and the chat's probably gonna tell me I'm wrong or right. But if that's it, if that's not, then I don't know what it is, and then I'll go to Lifrith. But
I've seen a lot of buzz about it. I've seen the name a lot recently, especially with the announcements earlier this week. A lot of people were anticipating we'd see a announcement for an HG of that kit.
It might not be the kit then that I'm thinking, because we already have the HG up of the one that I'm thinking, I believe.
The Del Ralde?
No.
Red one?
No.
Oh, you're thinking of the Gun Volva.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I think so.
But we don't know what that
it'd be the Lifrith for me anyway, ultimately. It's the one with the broomstick. Yeah.
So I haven't watched the anime.
Yeah, I need
to. So we appreciate your effort to try to help us.
Yes. Sorry. Do you like canned or airbrush top coat? Just going back to the top coat question.
Yes, I used to use can all the time. But I would rather do the airbrush one, just because you're airbrushing. If you're airbrushing, you probably more lean towards that. If you're not airbrushing, obviously the can one is probably your only go-to. But I do like the airbrushing better. You can control it more. The airbrush one, you have to like kind of puff and swipe, so you're not getting build up. Whereas the airbrush one, you have more control of what's going on.
Yeah. The can top coat works well. It's very quick, simple, just you're kind of done. But yeah, like you said, you don't have the same amount of control. So it can work just well enough.
Yeah.
But
both are good though.
Yeah. When the opportunity is available, airbrushing.
Yes.
Would be my preference. What grit do you usually use for sanding?
Multiple grits.
Usually around a 600 to 800 range for me. I usually don't often go any higher than 800.
I'll occasionally do 1,000, depending on what it is. Like the fingers, I'll try to do lower grits, like when you have nubs on like those little posable master grade fingers. But a really good sanding stick company is
Infinity.
Yeah, thank you. Infinity makes really good sanding sticks. So if anyone is looking for those, that is some good stuff. I haven't tried the Bandai ones. Did they just came out with sanding sticks?
Like the soft. I tried their soft type sanding sticks, which are basically like design and functionality of them is essentially the same as the ones from Wave.
Okay.
That have been like my go-to sanding sticks for years now. And the Bandai ones I didn't like as much as the Wave ones. Not as good quality, it seems like. So sorry, Bandai. Glad that they're trying to get in on that action, but still the Wave ones are the best, I think.
Zach's opinions do not represent the company's opinions.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's see. I wanted to get that one in there. Oh, yeah. Dominic asked, when can we expect to see the results for the AOZ contest? So as I was mentioning earlier, if you guys came in late or if you didn't hear that part at the beginning, the results are in.
Yes.
And we'll announce them beginning of next week for you guys. So just need to get the last details of that sorted out.
Yep.
Favorite Arcanadia girl?
So I really like that one they just announced, which I think someone on here said she's more Scorpion based.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I thought I saw that in the chat. But she has wings and stuff, and she, like, I think this one looks more kind of kiddish in her outlay. The other one looks more mature. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
A bit more fully formed.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And then I think she had armor and stuff too. That was pretty cool. But obviously our exclusive, the Media kit was really good. Yeah, the first one and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is Scorpion themed.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys.
So that one coming out, it looks pretty cool. But they're all pretty cool. I think I like.
It does have a scorpion tail, doesn't it?
I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't notice that either until they said it. I forget who it was. I apologize. Somebody in the chat. So
the Yukomo one is pretty cool though.
Yeah, the fox one
with that giant tail.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
The fluffer.
All right, let's see. Do you have a release schedule for future PG Gundam kits? I'm looking for something to work on for a while. So you're also mentioning that earlier too.
All the I'm sure I'm missing one. A lot of PGs are coming Q4. They were on the order form that we got the other day. Most of them are up for pre-order if you guys want to pre-order them. So yeah, anything that's up for pre-order is what's on the order form. So if you see a perfect grade you want that's not on there, it's not in the next 4 months. So
yeah. What would you like to see as the next HG Votams kit?
I don't know Votams.
Yeah, I don't know it that well.
Yeah.
I know there's the
red shoulder one.
Yeah.
I know that. So there you go.
There's the Bloodsucker, I think is the black one. It's like black with the red shoulder that has like the big kind of spikes on it.
No idea.
I believe is the name for that one, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, not being too familiar with it, I couldn't really say. There's some cool designs. So it's something that I've gotten more interested in kind of more recently. I think through being more interested in like Machine Krieger in recent years has gotten me more interested in stuff like Votams and like Dougram.
Yeah.
He's kind of more like retro,
mecha.
Kind of retro style, kind of themed mecha models that I wasn't as interested in before. Kind of have a greater appreciation for them recently. Yeah. But aside from HG Votams, there's those new Choipla.
Yes, yeah. Choipla has a bunch
Votams kits coming out, so they're making some cool ones. If you guys like the little The nice thing is they're very affordable too, very cheap, and little chibi Botums kits. So those are cool, just for little models that you can kind of stick around on your desk, whatever. Have you bought tickets to go watch an Inter Miami soccer game now that Messi is expected to come to the MLS?
So I'm not a big soccer fan, and I had no idea any of that was happening, and I don't know who Messi is.
I at least know who Messi is. Come on. I didn't know anything about that, but I at least know who Messi is.
Who's Messi? Obviously a soccer player.
Yeah.
That's popular.
The only reason that I know is just from my students in Korea. A lot of soccer is really popular there. There's a lot of soccer fans.
I knew David Beckham. He was a soccer player.
Boomer. He was, yes.
Yeah, and he married Posh Spice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now they're happy.
I knew that he married. As soon as you said that, I was thinking like, yeah, one of the very few things that I know about him is that he married some
Spice Girl,
singer or model or something. But yeah, that's what it was. Yep, there you go. Are you going to restock BMC chisels?
I hope one day. I reached out to him actually. We had this question last month, I think. And I reached out.
It's been a little while since we've had this question. Yeah,
I remember when we got it. I reached out to him and I never got a reply. But we are bringing in some other chisels. There's another chisel company that pretty much looks exactly like BMC that we'll be bringing in. So pretty excited for that.
Yeah. Chris wants to know, what's your favorite dog breed? You have 2 dogs?
Yeah.
6 dogs?
No.
How many do you have now?
I've got 2.
Okay.
I had 3, but now 2. Great Dane and a Pit mix.
I found out recently that we're not allowed to have pit bulls in our subdivision as a part of like our HOA.
Really?
Rules where I live. So I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah.
The Great Dane's dopey. Favorite dog breed? I've never owned one, but Corgi. I like Corgis, but I've never owned a Corgi. So yeah.
Okay, weeb.
Do you like Corgis?
Sure.
I had a pug and I hated it.
Really?
I hated the pug so much. Talk about don't get a pug if you like anything that's any pet. It's like the worst thing in the world.
They have a lot of issues too. Like
just them being alive is an issue. Just it being a breed of dog is an issue for.
Oof. I don't have a particular favorite. I mean, when I was young, we had a dog, which was a cockapoo, cocker spaniel poodle mix.
Interesting.
And my parents have, a labradoodle, I think, something like that.
There's a lab and a poodle.
Yeah, larger.
Kind
of one.
Or golden doodle. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Anyway, my kids sometimes ask for having a dog, but not yet for us. We'll see. Any word on when the Mega Man X2 kit is arriving? And is the $6 to split existing pre-orders still live? I didn't see the last live stream until yesterday.
Yeah, $6. Yeah, $6 is still going on. So if you have a pre-order, but you have other stuff that came in that was pre-order, but now it's in stock, or you ordered in stock stuff with your pre-order, $6, we can split it and ship you out everything that's in stock. The X2, I believe, is on this Kotobukiya shipment, if I remember correctly. This should be arriving next week. But if anyone wants to split their order, $6 right now, to ship everything that's in stock out.
What is the most expensive kit you've ever built? The PG Phoenix for me, probably.
So I started on a resin kit of the Deep Striker, and I believe that was a few hundred, if I remember correctly, and I never finished it. So I don't know. His questions that we've built, right, or finished?
No, just that you've ever built. Yeah, that you've ever worked on, I guess.
Yeah,
works well enough.
Other than that, probably just some master grade kit. I'm trying to think what would be an expensive master grade. Probably the P Bandai one. I don't know. I don't keep track of their prices when I'm building them.
Michael wants to know, should I kit bash her with my spare Advanced Zeta parts?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's a little late for the contest, but
it would still be cool.
Just do it just for fun. Sure, absolutely. Let's see. All right, Chris says he's currently working on the 5-Star Stories Twin Tower kit. I believe the owner paid roughly $7,000 after shipping, or $3,000. Yeah, I know that particular kit is very, very expensive. So are you doing that on a commission then, I guess, Chris?
Like $7,000?
$3,000
or $3,000,
probably more likely, but I know it's
Chris is
expensive
the guy. I trust Chris for $3,000.
Yeah,
man. All right, you know what? Hey,
there you go.
We all have money. We all like to spend it different ways.
Well, like when it's built, it's like 5 feet tall.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, like the main kit is like 3 feet, and then like it's another 3 feet of just the cannons.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Mr. Bobo says he really wants some male versions of like Mecha Musume kits. So what would that be? Like Mecha
Man is Musuke
son. Is that right?
Mecha males.
Someone can correct my Japanese there. Musume is like daughter.
Yeah.
Girl. Musuke? Is that right? Now that I'm saying that, it doesn't sound right. Anyway.
Like I kept saying, is that right? And I can't answer you.
Yeah. More asking them than you. How did you get into modeling as a hobby? Was there a specific kit or series of kits that drew you in? Did you see someone else's work that really inspired you?
So honestly, it was just Gundam Wing, and then going to the store as a kid and seeing the model kits there.
Which was not only Gundam Wing. That was like the majority of kits that were in the stores at the time.
Yeah, there was.
But there was other like HGC, early HGC stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of it. I mean, as a kid, you see the Gundam Wing, so you probably more geared towards what you saw. So I remember walking to Toys R Us and seeing that, and then building it, and then they all disappeared, and then Seed came back. Seed came out, and then I remember going to a hobby town and seeing some Seed kits. And then it just
the early like non-grade one.
Yeah, the 1100 or the 1100 like red frame ashtray, I think is the one that I bought there, which is still downstairs. And that just got me back into it. And then from then on, it was just building kits.
Yeah, same. Yeah. On the last part of his question, did you see someone else's work that really inspired you? I don't even remember when I really started to look at anybody else's other, like I had no other kind of frame of reference as to like seeing modeling magazines, or I mean there was no YouTube at the time, so I don't know when it would have been that I started seeing other people's work really that much. Was once people started to make stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know when I started looking. I know I was going to the Gundam Guy website and when that was a thing, and seeing people's builds and stuff like that. I remember that was probably, I don't know, 10 plus years, 12 years ago, something like that.
I guess like the first time that I went to Japan, I think I picked up some modeling magazines while I was there. So that probably would have been the first time that I was really kind of
exposed to something like that. Yeah.
So that stuff.
But I don't know. I don't remember my first time on like Gundam Customs. Yeah. I just remember finding that site, and then I would check it like every day because they'd make like 8 posts a day. I remember that. And they had their own store at one time that was connected to it, and then disappeared. They just stopped.
Yep. What MGSD would you want to see if you were given the choice? For me, I think some of the original aquatic suits, like the Zigok, would be very cool. No problem. MGSD. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool options. I think, while I understand people's unicorn fatigue, I think the unicorn is very likely to be a future release in that line. So it's probably only a matter of time until we get that. I think it'll be cool. I mean, I love the unicorn. So, as many unicorn kits that we already have, do we really need another one? Sure. But the unicorn, aside from that, the Shinanjo, I think would also be a really cool one to see out in that line. If they start doing any antagonist mobile suits, I mean, for right now, only having 2 mobile suits out in the line, just being lead Gundams. if they stick with that, I mean, I think it's very, very, very unlikely that we would get a Zigak, but you know, if you could have anything that you want, yeah, I mean, a Rosenzulu is another design that you guys know that I love. So I think that would be a cool one out in the MGSD line. Would never happen, but would be nice. Templar Sage asked, a year or two ago, I saw images of what was supposed to be a prototype RG Barbatos. And okay, this is a funny question.
Sorry.
Yeah. Templar Sage said, a year or two, I saw images of what was supposed to be a prototype of an RG Barbatos, and I wonder why we never heard more. But I gotta say, I'm liking the MGSD so much more. Do you know what he's talking about?
Your April Fool's.
Yeah, he's talking about my April Fool's video, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what it must be.
I wonder if they are just trolling you.
I don't think so. It sounds
or
serious.
If they're serious.
Yeah, it sounds
Man.
serious.
Zach,
I'm
you're
sorry.
Just messing with
even years
heads.
later, they still haven't heard that was a April Fool's joke. So anyway, to answer his question, what he saw, what I used for that video was prototype images of the MG Barbatos. And yeah, that was the April Fool's talking about the RG Barbatos.
Yeah.
Sorry. Still getting them after, you know, that is that one, and then also the MG Atlas is another one that I know people are still
don't understand
convinced on. Yeah, the troll that keeps on giving, exactly. Sierra Blade said. Which characters do you believe would make good additions to the Crossframe Girl lineup?
I don't know. Crossframe Girl, that's actually from a series, right?
The ones the only ones that they have so far is the Galgai Girl.
Yeah, and then
Galgai Girl.
They showed off some other girl, right, with the hammer. Yeah. There was
also Galgai, isn't it?
The little girl that was part of that.
Yeah, that's the Goldie Marg. That kind of goes with it, like how the Bandai released those RG kits separately, and they kind of go together.
Isn't the cross? Is that where Evangelion one's going to be a cross frame?
Or is
maybe just frame arms, something.
No, I think that's also maybe a part of the cross frame line.
Is the Ludens a cross frame? What makes it a cross frame?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not clear because the Miku one's also not. That's something that's a frame music girl. So
right.
I don't know if like that titling cross frame is only for stuff related to Galgaigar, but yeah, I think the Ava one is also.
I thought I remember seeing that it was, but I don't know what makes anything a cross frame. Or
I think the Ludens one was not also just because it was not like a Mecha Musume version of a giant mecha.
It was just a girl version of
just the Ludens character. So I think like where it's a Mecha Musume design version of a giant robot, then it's a cross-frame girl. So like Galgaigar, Evangelion. So maybe a Big O. Would be cool. Yeah. Be kind of similar like that Frame Arms Girl, the Frame Arms Girl Architect one that has the Nipco big giant weapons on it. Be something kind of similar to that, I guess. Anything else?
Trying to think of all the mecha animes out there.
A Fafnir one, or not Fafnir, Razafon. It's kind of one of the only other few, I feel like, one of the other few mecha anime shows like that I know is Razafon. But
what were the mechs? What was that series called where they like surfed on the...
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Bandai makes
Eureka 7?
Eureka 7.
Eureka 7, yeah. That'd be neat to have, you know.
There was those, and what's now you got me on it. There's just like trying to think of other model kit series that Bandai's made. There's the other kit series that have all those like funky clear parts on it. Now I can't remember the name. I built 2 of them a couple years ago.
What's the one where they like the character looks like a vampire and they always make the lewd looking figures?
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's the mecha from that series, Code Case.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. So there's some cool options there out there for Kotobukiya, or Super Robot Wars. I mean, Kotobukiya used to make a bunch of different Super Robot Wars kits, so maybe a Super Robot Wars. I think that would probably work as like, I mean, they'd have to make another separate branch line of Super Robot Wars girls, but they could do that. There's even some Super Robot Wars kits that already are that,
right?
From Kotobukiya. So They could definitely do that. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys offer tours of the warehouse or plan on any events?
Yeah, I mean, if you come here and want to look at the back, you can just kind of let Josh know, and usually I'll come up and walk you around for like 5 minutes. Honestly, it's not a big. I mean, you're literally just when you walk in the warehouse, you see shelves full of boxes.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that lengthy of a tour,
right? But you can go on our YouTube channel, and Zach made a tour, so you can watch a virtual tour. That kind of walks you back and shows you some stuff. So that's pretty cool. But it's not.
Yeah, even that. I mean, like, we didn't go down every aisle and say, here's this, and this. I mean, because it's just aisles of
boxes and Gundam and figures and
all that stuff. Basically, we have that's the bulk of the space.
Yeah.
There's the packing space.
Yeah.
There's office space. And that's kind of it, like the loading dock.
Yeah, that is it. Events, we're going to have another build day soon.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4th of July one. We did one at Christmas and one at 4th of July.
Yeah. The problem is it's so hot now. Yeah. And then the ACs that are in this warehouse will not suffice for. But in our new warehouse is currently being built. We'll probably have them at least once a month for sure.
They're working on it.
Yeah.
Every day is like 2 guys there.
Yeah.
Now they're going to build a whole warehouse with just 2 guys. It's going to take a while.
And in 5 years.
Yeah. Every day I look over there. It's like, oh, there is this.
Oh, man.
1 or 2 guys there doing something.
Good times.
All right. Let's see. Well, we got a few more here. How often do you do group builds with a theme or a contest? We don't normally do like kind of just like a group build with a theme. It just be contests.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, once every few months, because we usually have like a couple months for each contest, and then pretty quickly after each contest start a new one. So 3-4 a year. Basically.
Once a quarter probably.
It's kind of a good thing. Now that the Advanced Zeta contest is wrapping up, we'll probably announce a new contest sometime beginning of July or something, I guess. Not decided yet what that will be, but there's some ideas we have.
Yeah.
That new mystery Gundam that was announced for December seems to have the Psycho Gundam Mark II arms. Thoughts on if or when we'll get a Psycho Mark II kit? I think it's, like we were saying before, I think it's the gigantic arms from the Hazel kit. Probably. Not the Psycho Gundam Mark II, unfortunately. I don't know if we'll ever get a kit of that. Other than, I think there's an old, like 1/550 scale, like old 80s kit of the Psycho Gundam Mark II, Which, on that note, hopefully Bandai will do some reprinting of some of their old 80s kits sometime soon, too. Neat. Like every now and then we get like 1 or 2, a couple of them reprinted, but not that much, especially like the Zeta ones.
Yeah.
Do you guys keep all of your kits, or do you sell thin out your collection, like your personal stuff? Well, I guess it's all your personal stuff technically, but
no, I don't sell any of mine. Usually, like they'll just go on display or go in the. I mean, most of the years that you build for the reviews just end up going in the storefront. But no, I don't sell any of them. I think you've sold a few.
Yeah. Of like if you're talking like painted ones, like the majority of the stuff that I've painted has either been like sold or given away or one of the two, or it's been like commission work from the start.
Yeah.
As far as like built kits, most of that I'll just keep because I wanted to get it and build it with the intent of someday doing something with it. But every so often I'll maybe like grab a few things out of the stuff that I've built that I know I'm never gonna get around to doing anything else with, that I'll either try to sell or trade or something like that, just to try to thin out the collection a little bit. I've never built a human-based model kit before, like fully posable ones, not statues, so like something like this. Do these kits have the look of something like a typical action figure, or that of a model kit, like seams and stickers? The reason I ask is that I don't know how well something of the sorts would look in a collection of mostly Gunpla? Well, seam lines, yes, they will have that, but with the Kotobukiya kits, like the fit on the Kotobukiya kits is so good that a lot of times you can't even, like, unless you look really closely, you can't even see the seam lines on them. They're made really, really well. Other Mecha Musume kits are also pretty good, but Kotobukiya especially does a really good job of like a really tight fit. Stickers, though, no, they're usually very few kits have stickers. I think like maybe some of like the MS General kits that I've built have had some stickers.
ATK, depending on the ATK girl,
they'll have like a couple.
A few, but
it's very few and far between. It's not like stickers for the eyes or anything like that. It'll be like for like a tiny little color app on some piece of armor or something.
Yeah.
I think there's only like one kit of like the Kotobukiya Musume kits that had stickers that I can remember. It was one of the Chaos and Pretty Magical Girl kits. Okay. Yeah.
Which is one of their first.
So one of the earlier Megami Device kits.
Magical Girl line, right? That was.
There's the Chaos and Pretty Witch and the Chaos and Pretty
Wizard.
No, Wizard? No, it's not that. It's the one that has like the baseball bat.
Yeah.
But that one has like a kind of skirt armor section, and for that it has like stickers that go around on that skirt section, and they're not that good. So it's kind of for the best that they don't have a whole lot of that. I'm looking to start painting kits soon, and I'm a fan of yellow. Oof, you got some bad times ahead. What's the best way to achieve a crisp yellow color? Yeah, yellow is probably the hardest color to paint. Not that it's like hard, but
know your primer.
Yeah,
you're probably better. I would think priming white, right, and then painting yellow on top
white
of the
or
white.
Pink.
Pink? You think pink would be fine too? I never used pink with yellow. Yeah, gray, you're gonna have a hard time, and black, you
even more so.
You shoot yourself. So that's a joke, by the way.
It can be done. It totally can be done, and for like different effects. But for what he's talking about, the best way to achieve a crisp yellow color, like if you want like a really bright, like rich yellow, like his profile picture there, it's like a Batman mask or something like that with yellow in the background. If you want like a nice bright yellow, definitely white, or like a yellow like this. Yours is kind of like, it's hard to tell. It's
a little faded.
In the video, it looks kind of like a pastel yellow. In person, though, it looks kind of more fluorescent. I think it's just because of the light.
Maybe.
But yeah, white surfacer. So just get some white primer.
We'll do this. Gaston.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It's a girl.
No. It's a chibi Gaston.
It's a girl.
No, that's Gaston from.
All right.
My wife made these shirts for Disney.
Your wife designs T-shirts for Disney?
No, she doesn't. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever overpaid for a kit you wanted so much?
Yes.
What?
A resin kit. GMG.
You overpaid?
High New. I'm sure I did. It was a GMG High New resin kit. Yep. And it was back when I lived with my parents and didn't have any bills and had tons of money.
I guess, just because it's an expensive kit doesn't mean you overpaid. Overpaid as in like you paid more than what the kit was like originally worth or originally sold for. Like, for example, I have that inlay resin kit, also a resin kit, which was really expensive. But that's just how much it was.
It was at the time, yeah.
It was expensive. Probably shouldn't have bought it, but
now you have it.
It wasn't overpriced. I guess for what it was. Yeah, should really build that. That's one that I would like to sell after building it. So that's kind of like the main reason what like allowed me to decide to get it. Like, man, I should not spend that much money.
But I could sell it.
But if I paint it and sell it, I can make good money back. So just got to actually do that first.
Yeah.
Do you prefer top coating? Okay, we already answered that question. I'm still new to the hobby. What are good airbrushes? We already answered that too.
You guys are smart putting your same questions in multiple multiple sales channels here,
which
or social channels.
The post didn't go to Instagram again. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I gotta make sure to check that. Yeah.
Sometimes, so it might be my fault. So sometimes when I make posts on there, I'll click off Instagram because the image won't fit on Instagram. So I just say forget Instagram altogether, and then you have to go back and add it again.
I usually can see that. I would notice if it was ticked or not, but yeah. Anyway, oops.
Yeah. So Chris spent 600. That's what I spent on that GMG High New was 600.
I think that was about the price for the inlay kit as well.
Yeah.
Actually, it's right around there.
See, we're all getting hit with the same thing here.
I spent about 300 something was, I think, what I paid for that full armor Gundam Mark III that never came out. That money just disappeared.
What?
Yeah, that what was it? It's not Mechanic, or it was that other company that was producing kind of very similar, but they were producing a
I do like remember that. Scale and you paid
Gundam Mark III.
Dang.
Yeah.
So you heard about my Jurassic Park figure, right? Where the company went out of business.
Maybe.
And I prepaid for the whole thing, and it was like around 300, I think, or something like that. And then they just went out of business. Yeah.
Yep.
And that money disappeared.
Lesson is, if it's like, pre-ordering an expensive item, like from us, it's, you're safe. But, don't pre-order like a big expensive thing where you have to pay 100% upfront.
Know the company. Figures, well, yeah, new Chinese companies, be careful of. But like if you order from us or other things like a Chinese like third-party kit, it will obviously, and I'm sure the other companies will give you your money back. But if you order direct
from the producer,
Chinese,
like from the manufacturer,
right?
Be careful. Don't do it, basically.
Because if I would have ordered that, because there's other companies that were selling that figure pre-order. If I would have ordered from one of them, I would have got my money back. But I ordered it direct because they're giving you a little extra thing if you order direct, and that's how they got me.
Yeah. For like expensive resin kits, I think I saw somebody asking in here or in there. There was a question. I think I missed it, but somebody was asking if we were going to sell more resin kits.
I think it was in the chat.
Was it? Yeah. On that topic, where I got that resin kit and where I would recommend it if you guys do want to get resin, like some like larger resin kits from a trusted source. Musegan Hobby is, I think, out of like Indonesia, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's a good website. So
I've got
recommend.
A lot of things through them too. Yeah.
And trustworthy. Good.
Yeah.
And I think they usually take like a 10% deposit.
Yeah.
When you pre-order something like that. So that's good. And then like it's refundable if the item gets canceled or something. So safe. What's your favorite beam effect part? I mean, the standard beam effect parts I'm pretty bored with. Now I wish that Bandai would kind of
I mean, they did
make
that
some new custom ones.
The builder's parts.
Yeah, they have those available.
They have those. I'm trying to think because there's like an LED one that was
that's a
cool.
Kotobukiya one. The Kotobukiya MSG
no, not that
LED one?
No. It's just something else.
The Perfect Grade Unleashed.
No.
You could put it in the handle.
No, this is another company.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Sorry.
I can see it in my head, but I can't.
I think I think I know. It's like a tool company, primarily.
Yeah.
Tools and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. It's a Japanese company. Yeah. Have you ever stocked Born paint?
Nope.
Any chance of having in the future? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Yeah. Sorry. What primer color do you use for clear paints? Yes. White is what you would want to use for clear paints, unless it's like a clear part. If it's a clear part that you want to paint in clear, then
you just
you can't. Although Gaia's coming out with that cleir surfacer. That was the one thing they had at Shizuoka. Yeah.
Really? I remember seeing that. All right.
Yep. I'm not sure if that's maybe something that they already have available and that they were just kind of showing it there. But anyway, cleir surfacer, yeah, it's a thing. But typically, if you're just wanting to paint like you have a part that's like plain clear, you want to paint it clear red, you just don't use surfacer. Just obviously can't. But on anything else, it would be white, and then you paint your clear on top of that. Typically, unless
Born is a Japanese brand specializing in mirror chrome finishes.
Okay, there you go. No, not heard about it.
No.
What's your guys' favorite type of kit to build if it's Gundam, which grade is the most enjoyable and why?
Master grade, just because I probably always built master grades. Obviously, I don't have a ton of time, so if I had a lot of time and could build plenty of kits, probably be high grade. But because I don't, and I
wouldn't high grade be better if you have less time?
No, because there's so many different ones.
Yeah, but it's a quick build. I mean, you could build more kits.
Yeah, but you will never build them all.
Got to build them all.
Yeah. Depends how you look at it, I guess. So
Bandai should make that their like catchphrase. Got to build them all.
Yeah, I think
this kind of has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I want the copyright rights on that.
Better put that in now.
Yeah. What's your most anticipated upcoming Kotobuki kit? We already talked about that.
Yep.
Let's see. What would you rather see? A new PG or a new MGEX get announced? That's a good question.
Probably new PG, because we've had 2 MGEXs and we haven't had any new PGs in that time frame, right? The last PG was the Perfect Strike. Oh no, Unleashed. The Unleashed was, but the Unleashed was still before the Master Grade EX Unicorn.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I think it's the other way around.
You sure about that?
I'm not totally sure. No,
you might be right. I don't know.
For me, though, I would honestly rather have an MGEX. Perfect grades are fun, but they're just so big. I like the 1/100 scale.
Yeah.
That's 1/100 scale is kind of like big enough for me. And I mean, I've been just blown away by the 2 MGEX kits that we have so far. They've both been so good.
I haven't built them, so.
So I would rather have a new MGEX given those 2 options, because they've both been really, really quite impressive. Nice. Yeah. With the Barbatos frame, how long do you think it will take before we get a Lupus Rex version of the MGSD? Well, we don't have any other versions of the MG, so
yeah,
hard to say.
It'd be great if we get another master grade IBO. That'd be nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I imagine it won't be immediately after that. They won't do 2 versions of the Barbatos back to back, I don't think, unless they made like the Lupus as like a P Bandai. I don't think that they would skip right to the Lupus Rex. Probably they would make a Lupus in between. Would be my guess. But yeah, I mean, if you're going off the example of what they're doing in just the regular MG line, it might be quite a while. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get one more good one in here. With other Mecha Cross, with other Mecha crossover,
same as that.
Would you like to see? What other? Sorry, Mecha crossover. Yeah, we did kind of answer that. Not that same question, but we already answered that question. Other Mecha kits in Mecha Musume form. What video games? Yeah, are you guys playing or looking forward to?
I'm looking for that new Armored Core game. Games I'm playing right now, obviously Minecraft. Yeah, can't beat that. Greatest game of all time.
I don't know how obviously. I mean, you're
an adult male.
You're an old man
playing the craft.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us out there, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, sure.
I bet you if I asked, a lot of people in chat still play Minecraft.
Sure.
If you still play Minecraft, chat, let me know. We've been playing Gang Beasts at lunch. Final Fantasy Diablo 4. A lot of people are playing that right now because that just came out. I have Pete Friends still playing that Harry Potter game that came out. What do you watch in the chat? See if anyone plays?
No, I'm seeing what's going on in the chat. I saw GM's comment there. Pokemon knockoff song. Nintendo will be contacting you shortly. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Just Genshin Impact for me. I started playing Honkai Star Rail, their new game, that Hoyoverse publisher, their new game, and I don't like it near as much just because I like Genshin's like open world, and the new game is a turn-based combat, and it's not as fun for me, but it's cool, interesting. I just don't really have the time. I mean, I barely have enough time to play Genshin Impact. So
Zelda, a lot of people. A lot of people making Gundams and stuff on Zelda. So I don't. Obviously, you can build stuff on the new Zelda game.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I've seen the images. Yeah, people making like the large mobile armors, like Big Zam, and
Dendrobium. I've seen Dendrobium on there,
stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to take this question here too. Just for the last one here from Saku-chan. Do you guys put water slide decals on plated kits and top coat it afterwards? It would depend on the kit. Like for the Phoenix being like a unicorn Katoki design, I think the unicorn looks good with the decals on it. Like for a plated Phoenix kit, I would put the decals on. You could opt to not top coat it, but a clear coat, like a gloss
would be fine.
Top coat, would look good. You definitely would not want to matte coat it, is the thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that if it's shiny, it's gotta stay shiny.
So either do no top coat, and the problem is then your decals are a little bit more subject to
coming off,
possibly peeling off, due to weather. If you have a pretty good weather controlled house, it doesn't get too hot or too humid or anything like that, probably be fine. But just get some gloss top coat and spray it on there. At least you don't even have to coat the whole thing. You just make sure you kind of hit over the decals, just to make sure your decals are good. Probably enough. All right, let's do this giveaway. And let's see, while I'm pulling this up, anything else on the way, Adam, worth mentioning there?
I mean, today, excuse me, guys. Today we're supposed to get a pretty good sized container. We got like 26 pallets that hopefully arrives today. Some new Witch of Mercury kits. I don't remember which ones are on there. A lot of restock high grades, master grades, real grades. A lot of restock 30-minute missions. So if you like 30-minute mission stuff, there's a lot of stuff on that, and I'm gonna be there. That's about it. You just run it? Oh, we only have 2.
Not yet. Yeah, we only have 2 to choose from today with no Instagram. So it is 2, which was Facebook, where we had only 37. So
really,
yep. There's more on YouTube.
27.
So let's go here. Count down from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Victor, we answered that question.
Favorite Arcanadia girl? Yeah. Yes. You won.
Congrats, Victor. Please send us an email to support. No!
Jeez, sorry.
Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com. With you just logged into your Facebook account, and then what address you want us to ship this to, and you are now the proud owner of
Velretta.
Yeah,
let us know your favorite Arcanadia girl. What's your new favorite? I'm looking forward to building this one.
It's cool.
I was not able to secure one when it was on the first run. This is actually the second print.
This is the second print, yeah.
Mine's on the way to be able to finally build one for myself.
Yeah.
Been waiting, because like I said, the first one was so nice. It was really, really nice. So I'm definitely looking forward to the future releases in the line. And Kotobukiya's other Mekamusume lines coming out, the X series, like we were talking about earlier, and then now I'm drawing a blank on what's the other new line they're coming out with. That someone was asking earlier about, like some male characters. That new line they're coming out with has
they are more
some female and some male characters in it. They're more like
cybernetic.
Less human, but still kind of human type of kids. I can't remember off the top of my head now.
I don't remember the name, but I remember seeing them.
Yes. Anyway, a lot of cool stuff to look forward to that Kotobukiya is coming out with. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Kotobukiya. And then pre-order that exclusive.
Yes. They're going quick. So if you want one, definitely put in your pre-order for it. We'll be getting them November-ish. Remember? I think it's Q4 is what it's put up for. But yeah, and also thank you guys, for all your support and all your patience, and without you guys, we would not be able to do what we love to do. So we appreciate everything.
Thanks, guys, and we'll see you beginning of next week. We'll have the winners for the Advanced Data contest. We'll announce that for you guys. The next episode, live stream episode, will be in 2 weeks. So we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Later.